Hola, bitches. Welcome to the podcast.
The City 411.
That's us. Yes, it is. I'm Cheye.
I'm Casey.
Only if you didn't know that, though. Otherwise, we're opposite. I'm Casey.
I can be Cheye. Sure. I know how to have a stable, healthy relationship.
A stable, healthy relationship? Okay, but you can only wear sweatpants and hoodies all day, every day.
Okay, if you're
oversized
Casey,
t-shirts.
then you're drunk half the time and a whore.
I don't know if I would go that far.
Some people might.
I mean, I'm down to live the hot girl summer life, I think.
I'm very
I don't know if
excited.
I'm cut out for it, though, honestly.
So I have rules for summer.
Some rules for your hot girl summer?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me them.
1, always have a drink in my hand.
Does water count?
Sometimes.
Okay, as long as it's some sort of liquid.
If I'm working, then yes, water.
Okay.
You know?
Okay,
Can't
good
be drunk
rule.
on shift. I'll switch it around to shots every now and then with my tables.
Okay, other rules?
My only other rule is I say yes to everything.
That's a ballsy rule.
I know. So,
That is a ballsy rule.
do you want to know what that means? If I go to Texas and
No,
I see Texas.
no, we're not sleeping with Texas.
Think about it. It'll be good for the plot.
You got me there. Except we've already done this one for the plot. We've already slept with Texas. We don't like Texas. Texas is a guy that Casey slept with on her, like, family.
Oh, my cousin. At my cousin.
Yeah.
Not. Yeah, it was at my
It was like a
cousin's
family's event.
wedding. It was a
thing, though.
cousin wedding.
Right. So a family event.
Yeah.
He's awful. I don't enjoy this man's. He's weird. He's creepy. He hits up Casey all the freaking time. He's like 55 years old. Like, not even sugar daddy material because he's not that rich and he's not that hot.
55, first of all. He's like 27, 28.
Ugh.
And the sex was good.
Yeah, that's because he's 27. I've told you this before, but I'll tell you again on the podcast. He is only good because he is 27. Okay?
Good for the plot.
Okay, no. No. If he was 22 years old. Maybe not 22 because you are, you're what, 23 now?
I'll be 23 in October.
Okay, so
I'm
like,
fucking old.
is 22 okay? Would you sleep with a 22-year-old?
The thing is, this guy's younger than me. As soon as I learn their age, I'm like,
Okay, we'll go for 25 then. If this man's was 25 and like a young 25,
a fresh 25.
yeah, like a fresh 25, like, he would not be good at sex. 3 years ago, this man probably would not have been.
I slept with him 3 years ago.
You got me there. Okay, 3 years before that. 3 years before that, he would not have been good.
Okay, fair.
It wouldn't have been great.
Fair. Anyways, so yeah, so
Has he been hitting you up?
No.
Oh, thank God.
He's been with my cousin all weekend. We're all week. Ha ha ha. Whoops, laugh. But so this guy we are going to call Chris, fucking asshole, was so rude. But do you want to know what I find really funny?
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
So Chris. Tell me about Chris, this dickhead of a guy.
So,
who we initially really liked.
We really liked him.
Yeah, he was really hot.
To be fair, I hadn't really worked with him. So, like,
We
I
liked
didn't really
the
know.
idea of him. We liked that he was in.
Heard good things, but now all I've heard are, like, shit things about him.
Well, after what happened, yeah, I would believe that.
Well, like, people are like, hello, garbage truck.
Garbage truck.
People are like, oh yeah, like, he's really nice one day to me, like, excuse me, we're recording a podcast. That's kind of fucking rude.
Okay, so he's really nice one day.
Yeah, so he's really nice one day, and then, like, they described him as, like, hot and cold. Like, and then he just, like, ignores you and is so rude
That
if he
makes
talks to
sense.
you.
He's hot in person and cold on Instagram. Just ugly. I don't think he's attractive.
If you saw him in person, though, you would think differently. And then also, like, you ask him to do something, he's like, yeah, of course, I'll do it right away, and then just doesn't do it. So I'm like, okay.
So anyways, do you want to give them the full rundown of what happened?
Should I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had to close Wednesday night. It was like 1:15 in the morning. I'd been up for like 20 hours at this point, going on 21. So I'd been up a long fucking time.
Yeah.
I was exhausted. My feet hurt. I just wanted to go home.
Brain dead.
And so early in the night, I took my, like, Chris's keys because I need to go get a customer's phone.
From locked up in the office.
Yeah, so then I went to go and give him his keys back, but he was, like, doing expo and he was busy. And I was like, hey, Chris. And then just didn't hear me. I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just give him his keys later. He's really busy, and I think he'd be mad if he yelled at me. But I didn't want to put them on the counter.
So you got the keys from him initially. He said, yeah, no problem. Was there anybody else you could get the keys from?
Yeah, but I couldn't find them.
Okay, so
he was like the only one.
He was right there. He was just easy to get them from. Whatever. It's nothing crazy. You get the
It's not
phone.
a big deal either. I do it all the time.
Right. So you go in the office, get the phone, give it back to the customer, go back to Chris, and say...
No. So I had the phone still. I hadn't gone at this point. I was just like passing by to go to the customer. He wasn't replying. I was like, okay, I need to get my customer their phone. I'll do it later. Mm-hmm. And then, like, so I threw them in my apron and just completely forgot I had them.
As one does.
And then, so I left at 1:30. And I went home and went right to bed because, like, they also knew I had to be up at, like, 5:30 the next day to go to my other job.
Ew.
And then, so I woke up the next morning with an email and a text from other people asking if I had Chris's keys. And I was like, oh, fuck, like, I most definitely do.
Right. But, like, let's keep in mind, you woke up at 5:30.
Yeah.
So, like, it has been all of 4 hours.
They had texted me at 3:30.
So,
two hours after I had gone.
2 hours, 2 hours after you left and 2 hours before you woke up. So, like, these times are not crazy. Like, you didn't have them for 16 hours.
So then, like, I was, like, tried to, like, text him and he didn't reply. And then he texted me. I was like, okay, well, I need them. And this is at, like, 8. And I was like, okay, well, I'm at my other job.
Right.
Like, I can come
all the
by
way in Surrey. And, like, Surrey to Langley, like, how long of a drive would that be?
It took me 20 minutes. And that's because I was speeding.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And, like, no traffic at that time. Because, like,
no, there was some. But I was just like, get the fuck out of my way.
Okay, anyways.
So then,
so you rush him the keys.
Well, because I told him, I was like, I can come at 11. That's when my lunch break is. Like, I'll have more than enough time to do it. And he's like, no, I need them now. I was like, yeah. All right. And he's like, you need to find a way to get them to me now.
Like, demanding.
But, like, the way he said it was just really rude. So I was like, fuck, okay. So then I, like, literally went up to, like, the people at my other job. I was like, I have to go. Like, I'll count this as my lunch break. I'll work through lunch. Screen. I was like, I'll work through lunch, and then, like, that, like, it's fine. And so I literally rushed, walked in, like, actually I didn't walk, I ran in, gave him his keys, and he didn't even look at me, and I was just like, I had apologized, like, 20 times over text at this point already.
Yeah.
And I was like, again, like, I'm really sorry. And he was just like, yo. And then, so I left. I was like, Kate, fuck you.
It was an honest mistake. Like, it was an honest accident. And, like, I know, like, that sucks. That's annoying.
Well, the thing is, like, he also had his house keys and his car keys on that. And I was like, why would you have it on the same one? Like, everyone has it on different ones. And I didn't realize that until, like, I pulled them out in the morning.
Yeah, you weren't looking through his keys.
I'm not going to go into his car or anything, right?
God, no.
And then, so I'm just like, okay, like, but, like, if I was in his position, I would have, like, gotten an Uber and gotten a hotel room. And, like, I would have just paid him back if he had done that.
Or called somebody else. Or, like, there were just so many other options. But he slept at Earl's, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's just nuts. Like, why? Like, you're just being melodramatic.
But, like, the thing is, like, after everyone leaves, we have cleaners come in. And so I'm like, he probably had to sleep in the office for, like, if he was up at 3:30, probably got 2.5 hours of sleep because our sous chef in the kitchen starts at 6. And I was just like, okay, well, like, that's fine.
Just being a straight up dickhead about it.
Yeah, not a fan. So, yeah, it's funny how, like, last week I was like, oh my god, Chris, so hot. And now I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
Chris.
This guy sucks. It's not always the case, though. Honestly, like, all of the hot ones, you're like,
Well, it's not even that. I think it's just funny how, like, I go from, like, one side to the complete other.
It's so
just
easy
in,
to
like,
do because guys are trash.
Men are trash.
Men are trash.
Or at least they're all just trash to us.
Yeah.
Apparently we don't know how to find the good ones. I mean, you kind of.
Like, I have a really good one right now. I'm not going to lie. He's fantastic.
You know what I find funny, though?
Tell me.
I have never met him.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really, like, hung out with too many people since I've been with him, though. Because, like, I work so many jobs, and I'm always playing various sports, and he works crazy hours, and he's also playing those sports. So, like, nobody's really met him. Like, we just kind of hang out with his friend group. You know what I mean?
Are any of his friends nice?
Yeah, oh my god, there's actually some tea with that right now.
Oh.
So, that's funny, he just messaged me.
Yeah.
so this is like a bit of a longer story. So basically what happened was we all play like rugby together, me and my best friend, and then Ethan and his two best friends, and we're like a big group. And one of his best friends, so like it's me, my boyfriend, my best friend, and my boyfriend's best friend. So like the four of us are really close because like both genders are best friends, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And then there's another guy who's really good friends with my boyfriend and my best friend's boyfriend. Okay. And he has another girlfriend, but she's kind of like pulled in from a random circle. Like we don't really know much about her. Like we've never met her before.
An imposter.
Yeah, she doesn't play for the rugby team. Like she's like just brought in basically.
Just kind of there.
She's sweet. Like there's nothing like against her. Like I have literally no issues with her. She's a sweetheart. I don't really know her that well. I've barely met her because of the guy she's dating, because he got this girlfriend and all of a sudden he cut everybody off. And there's been tons of drama in the past with like him treating us like crap because like he's just so selfish and self-absorbed and like just a narcissist entirely. Cannot take like absolutely cannot take blame for anything. Nothing is his fault ever.
Not a fan.
No, me neither. Pardon me. So then rugby's finished. We all go to the banquet. Like, where we dress up, everybody gets hammered. Like, this is a club
Except you.
Yeah, this is the club that likes to party.
Love it.
I was so tired because the women's team had played that day earlier. Ooh. So I was exhausted, and, like, it turns out that everybody ended up being sick, and I think I just got hit as one of the first ones, so I was already exhausted. My knee was, like, gushing blood. Like, I had a cut, like, this deep in it. It's still healing, like, 4 weeks later. Yeah, so I was like, I think I just need to go to bed. I'm gonna go. I live 3 minutes away from what's happening. I am just going to go to bed, and I'll come pick people up when they need to be picked up, because I was the driver. And so everyone's like, okay, cool, sick, like, we'll see you later. I was like,
peace.
Good night.
Gym
and
tight.
Apparently that night, so the third pairing of our group, the one that we don't really like, what are we gonna call him? We're gonna call him Australia, okay?
Okay.
Because he's got this really big plan to go to Australia that he will absolutely never fulfill because he has no motivation and drive. So we're calling him Australia.
What a bitch.
Yeah. So Australia, he comes to the banquet without his girlfriend, and already we're like, where's your girlfriend?
They broke up.
No, they didn't at all. Not at all.
They had a fight.
Just wait. No.
Oh my god.
Stop guessing. So she doesn't come to the banquet. She's a little bit like socially anxious, and she knows nobody at this banquet. So like fair enough. Like that wasn't super crazy, but at the same time, like everybody brought their significant others, and it's such a fun time. Like people were winning awards and blah blah blah. Like it's just a good get together. And again, everybody gets so hammered. So
he didn't show up with her.
It's pretty chill. Yeah, but he didn't show up with her. Don't have a clue why. Kind of irrelevant to the story, except for the fact that one of the girls on our rugby team, she has no idea that he has a girlfriend.
He cheated.
Nobody. Yeah. But we'll get there. So nobody has an idea that he has a girlfriend because he doesn't talk about her. He doesn't bring her around.
That's really weird.
Yeah. It's like so many red flags with this guy. Like I wish she didn't even get into a relationship with him.
But you know what? You want to know what my type is? Red flags.
Yeah, absolutely it is. You would love this guy. Actually, you wouldn't. He's short and he doesn't play hockey.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, she, the girl on my rugby team, her and Australia are dancing very close, you know, getting up all on each other.
Hey.
And then they kissed. And I heard it was a makeout, but there's kind of been like, was it a makeout or was it just like a good kiss? Nobody knows who initiated it. Like, I don't know anyways. But I found this out, like, a couple days after.
Okay.
And
I have a question.
Okay.
What do you, like, to you, is it, like, a kiss, just a quick, like, 1-2 kind of thing? Or is it, like a 1-2-3 compared to, like, a makeout? Is a makeout considered, like, kissing more than 3 seconds or multiple?
Yeah. Kind of both.
Okay.
So, like, a makeout is definitely considered, like, more.
Yes.
And, like, continuous kiss.
Yeah.
But I think, like, it wasn't just, like, it was, like, a...
Ba-bam.
Yeah, it was, like, a kiss, okay?
Okay.
Like, yeah, it was significant, and it's something, like, it was so much that, like, I would be really uncomfortable.
I feel so bad for this girl.
Yeah, dude, same. Just wait. The plot thickens, okay?
How?
Just wait. I'll tell you, Casey. So... this girl, they have like this kiss, and then Australia ends up going and talking to another girl on my team, and they're like he's super touchy with her, and he's a super touchy guy. Like it's
not
like
a fan.
He's always giving hugs to people, and it's normal. However, I have been told that like the more underlying is just he's like hella horny all the time. So he's like making this other girl,
guys are.
Yeah, except this one's like more. So he goes and like is all over this other girl and super touchy, like making her uncomfortable because she knows that he has a girlfriend. So at this point, he's kissed somebody that she doesn't know he has a girlfriend, and he's been very like touchy, handsy.
Baby, how
like
are you?
yeah, but it's like a hand on the thigh, and then like a head like on her chest, and like an arm around her
shoulder,
like
or
it's
chest?
no like tits.
Oh
yeah. And she was
man.
like, this is uncomfortable. I'm entirely uncomfortable. So she then is like, ooh, get away from me. So like two things that happen, and we're like, this is not okay. Like if I was in a relationship with him, I would be like,
the minute
get
I
away
found
from this
out,
girl.
bye, see ya, fuck off.
Right, but okay, but I'll explain my thinking in a second. Let me just get through this story. So if he had just like been cuddly with the one girl, I would be like,
That's one thing.
It's one thing, but they full on kissed.
Yeah, he cheated beforehand.
Witnesses confirmed, and I don't care how drunk he was, he says he doesn't remember. So I'm talking to my boyfriend, and my best friend's talking to her boyfriend, and we're both saying, you guys are idiots if you don't tell him, because she's going to find out, and I'll bet my ass it's going to be from me or my other friend.
Yeah.
And we're telling our boyfriends, we're like, you absolutely have to tell him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And like they keep trying to like make excuses because they're friends. They're like, oh well, it was just like
no, that's bullshit. You don't cover.
No. We definitely made that very abundantly clear, and they got the message, and they are in agreement, but they just needed that little bit of a push, because like, when it's your friend and you don't want to believe that like they would do something like that.
But if I saw it and I had like heard from multiple people like, oh yeah, he did, like they did cheat, like if Freya cheated, never like Freya would never, but like if I did, I'd be like, bitch, you better tell blah blah blah.
Get your ass in gear, go tell them. So they finally decided, okay, I'll tell them. And again, me and Australia, and we're gonna call my like good girlfriend Canada. You
gotta write these down at some point.
I will. She's such a stellar rugby player. Her name is Canada. Like, she should go play for Canada. Anyways, we're calling her Canada. So me and Canada are like, absolutely, these boys need to go tell, otherwise we're gonna tell Australia's girlfriend. So Australia finally gets told by my boyfriend and Canada's boyfriend. And apparently he's just distraught because he didn't mean to do that. He feels so bad for himself, basically.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, that's what they all say. But if you're so
That's
drunk...
what boyfriend number one told me, like, multiple times.
If he's that drunk that he can't control himself, 1, don't get yourself that drunk, or 2, don't have a girlfriend. Like, if you cannot control yourself, that is on you. I don't care if you remember
You should just be single.
I don't care if you were drugged. Like, it's... Like, how can you do that? You wouldn't...
Did I tell you about the time I got roofied like a month ago?
Yeah, you did. I remember that. But
what a time.
We'll talk about it. So anyways, so this guy's like all distraught with himself. He's like, oh, poor me. Like, I can't believe I did that. I would never
Playing the
do
victim.
that. Yeah, absolutely. And my boyfriend and Canada's boyfriend were like, oh, like...
It's okay,
No,
man.
not like it's okay, but like, we know you wouldn't do that. Like, we know you love her. And like, maybe he does love her. Maybe he does.
I don't think he has a soul.
If
Let's
he's
be
not
honest.
capable of like owning up to his actions and not capable of controlling himself in those situations, that's on him.
100%.
Like, sucks to suck. Poor baby.
Suck it up, buttercup. Oh my god, there's more?
There's a little bit more. Yeah, we're getting there. So me and Canada were talking to our significant others.
Cute.
And yeah, and of course, as one does with a relationship.
No, I wouldn't know.
And they've told us that Australia has told his girlfriend. And we're like...
Is it the truth? And the whole truth? And nothing but the truth?
Not.
No,
You want to know how I know that?
because the girlfriend told you.
She messaged me.
What'd she say?
The girlfriend messaged me, and the girlfriend messaged Canada. And she said to both of us almost the exact same thing. She said, I just heard about what happened. I am upset, obviously, and I don't know how to handle it. I need some more details. What happened? And immediately to me, that screams, I'm in love with him. I'm not ready to end this relationship. I'm looking for an excuse to, like, forgive him.
See, but I don't think, like, if someone cheats, you can't give them an excuse to, like, it's a free pass, because then they're just going to do it again.
Exactly. And, like,
I learned that the hard way.
Same. But that's why I'm saying, thank you. That's why I'm saying, because somebody cheated on me, and I stayed with them for months afterwards. Right. So, like, you can't.
A year and a half after.
Yeah, when you're in love with somebody, you can't just be like, oh,
Okay, but
see you later.
Like, thinking back on it now, I didn't actually love them.
I definitely loved my person.
Oh, I most definitely not.
Like,
but I didn't realize that until later.
And stupid
I was
and
15.
Yeah, so young and stupid. I was older, so like maybe a little bit stupider. But
my mother is calling me. We'll be right back. My
Okay.
mother invited me to a happy hour.
Oh, that's lovely.
I turned down drinks for this.
Aww.
I'm already breaking rule number 1, having a drink in my hand at all times.
Just Summer County, yeah, you're not even out of work yet, and like that's like school, so you know what I mean?
Just let me live my life.
Where's your water? You got a water?
It's in the back.
Well, then you do have a drink. Anyways, so
Okay.
she messaged me and Canada, and she's like,
What'd you guys say?
oh no, sorry, we're back to the relationship. I was older when this guy cheated on me, but I very much was in love with him. So I was like, it's okay, we'll work through it. And
Do I know who it is?
yes, you do. Boyfriend number 2. Or I
Okay.
guess he's boyfriend number 3. I guess he's kind of boyfriend number 3. He's the super toxic one, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Like the most
Not the most recent. This is the most recent is the current one, but the one before this one.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Yes, that one. So he cheated on me, and like I forgave him because I was so in love. I was like, I want to work through this. You were
though.
Yeah, no, I was. So like I can understand her looking for
an excuse.
And I also believe that if the relationship isn't ready to be over, like if you emotionally are not ready to move past it, or if you need more time, whatever, like this isn't going to be his one and only fuck up. Like he will mess up continuously until she's ready to be done with him and see you later, and that's when she'll leave.
It's just gonna get worse and worse and worse,
and it's just gonna add up. So like, yes, this one red flag where he cheated, it's gonna be bad, but like
that's a bad fucking red flag.
Oh, of course,
the worst.
But it could take 16 other like mess ups, and the last one could be like him not doing the dishes, and then she's like, see you later. You know what I mean? Like they all add up, and yes, this is the first initial incident, but it takes a while. Like, you know how you can hit an egg once or twice and it won't crack?
Yeah.
But that third time, that's when it cracks. Some people crack on the first crack.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think my biggest red flag is?
For you personally?
Yep.
You
can be mean. It's okay. I can handle it.
I'm thinking. I don't really...
Mine or yours?
For you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what your red flag would be. I know you're a little bit fucking wild.
Was that a bad thing?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Have I ever gotten you in trouble?
No, God, no. If anyone's getting us in trouble, it's me.
I'm lying our way out of it.
Yeah, you're 100% like conning your way out of it, showing everybody that you can talk your way out of it.
You know how I always say, like, fake it till you...
I haven't finished the story yet.
Okay.
So she messaged me, and she's like, I'm upset by this. I need more information.
Yeah.
Australia said he got the information from you. And I was like...
Excuse
what
me?
angle is this guy playing? Because I didn't tell him. It was his 2 best friends who told him.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I'm thinking is because there was an issue recently in the past, like back in February, something happened.
With you and him? Australia?
Yeah, with like the whole group of us.
Okay.
But it was specifically targeted at me that I did the most wrong. But I honestly wasn't even involved in the situation. I was passed out in bed. I was like, I'm going to sleep. I was concussed at the time. I was like, good night. Like, notice a trend? Good night. Like, I'm not involved in the situation.
Cheye goes to bed at like 10. No, 8.
I'm in bed by 8. I'm asleep by 10. So I was like, well, that's interesting. Why would he say that it was me and Canada who told him what happened? Because it wasn't. And the only thing I can think of is he's trying to save himself and say that, like, oh, it was us who said it, and he's already badmouthed us to her, is like what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because the whole situation happened before. He was not taking blame for it when, like, it was 100% his fault. Like, it was 5 against 4 or 5 against 1 at the time.
Okay.
Like, so it was very much he was in the wrong. But he couldn't own up to it. He couldn't take anything.
Pussy.
Yeah, literally. So I don't know what the heck's gonna go on with that, but I guess we'll keep you updated because I told her what happened. I told her what I know. I told her what I've been told, and like we got our information straight from the second party. Like, the girl he kissed, that's who we're getting our information from.
Ooh.
And the girl he cuddled with was also the information source.
Also, in case you couldn't tell, yes, we are in my car.
Yes.
This is...
It's good lighting, kind of.
Not really.
It's better lighting than my house, honestly.
Fair enough.
Like, we would look so awful in there. Worse than I already do. Like, greasy hair and everything. So, yeah, that's kind of the tea with that story. Back to the red flags that you were talking about. I don't have a clue what your red flag would be. I think I'd have to, like, really, like, witness you in action. Because I don't, like, we don't go out all that often because, again, I'm in bed by
You don't
8,
drink and I get fucking hammered.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think my red flag would be?
You're in bed by 10.
You are emotionally unavailable. Entirely emotionally unavailable. Like, you love to, like, string guys along and then be like, never mind, done with you. That's you entirely.
It's funny because I literally just, like, ghosted a guy. Because I was like, I'm bored.
Saying. You probably ghosted 5 of them within the last week. That's
I've been thinking about all the guys, like, and I'm just, like, getting bored of you and you and you.
Yeah, that's your red flag, 100%. What's my red flag?
You're in bed by 10.
I'm in bed by 10, that's fair.
I don't know. Like,
I'm not
you're
fun.
a great significant other. Maybe, like, the only thing I can really think of is, like, that you're so busy. Like, it's just, like, you're not going to have a ton of time to hang out with them.
True.
It's not really, like, a red flag because it's, like, a good thing, but at the same time, it's, like, she's not going to have time for me whatsoever.
Yeah, but no, that can definitely be, like, turned into a, like, that is definitely a
It's
red
something,
flag.
it's an easy fix. Mine, not so much.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, I could fix it. I just don't want to. But, yeah, it definitely could be a red flag, especially for somebody whose, like, love language is, like, quality time.
Yeah.
What's your love language?
I don't know. Like, I know for me, I actually hate physical touch. Like, my sisters will come up to, like, hug me, and I'm like, oh my god, how long?
That is your emotional unavailability coming through, just so you know.
But then when I'm drunk, I'm, like, up to her, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you. But I have to be pretty drunk to do that.
I was going to say, like, mine is definitely not at the same time, because you just touched me, and I was like, ew, get away from me.
Yeah, I know. I think my love language is gift giving.
Really?
I hate getting gifts, but I love giving them.
I feel like there's definitely a lot to unpack there, but I'm not a psychologist, so we're just going to move on.
How is that?
But what's your, I don't know, I saw a bunch of, like, TikToks about it, but what's your love language? Like, what do you like? Like, people to, like, give
So
to
it's
you?
funny, it's actually my love language that I like is, like, physical touch. Like, I, like,
You
it
like
has
them,
to be
yeah.
certain people, touch me all you
course.
want. That
Yeah.
sounds really...
No.
But, like,
No, I get that.
But, like, it's, like, 98% of people, I'm like,
Ooh.
like, no,
Not
do not
interested.
touch me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, yeah.
I think mine has, like, recently changed. My current boyfriend, he, like, is really good.
Can we call him Big Man?
Big man? Oh my god, I don't know if I'm okay with that.
We need to find someone who we can call Big Man. Is there
Why?
I think it's hilarious. Big Man.
I mean, you can call my current boyfriend Big
No,
Man.
he doesn't suit Big Man.
I mean, he kind of does. He's like 6'3", 220, like,
Dude,
just
he's
jacked.
6'3"?
Yeah.
Okay, Big Man.
Okay, big man. Okay, so, anyways, he, like, he got me interested in him because he's really good at acts of service, but, like, not acts of service in the way that, like, I'm doing this because I know she'll, like, be interested in me. I'm doing this because I know she, like, wants this, or, like, I'm doing it because I'm a good person.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we were hanging out one time, and we were good friends for, like, 2 years consistently before we started dating. And we were sitting at the table, everyone was drinking, I was drinking water, and my water glass was empty. And while he was having a conversation, he just glanced over and noticed my water glass was empty, grabbed it, filled it up, continued his conversation, and, like, nothing, like, he acted like nothing happened. He doesn't remember it because he didn't do it because he was like, this is what's gonna get Cheye in my pants. Right? Like, he was not thinking
Do you mean
that way.
that's how I'm gonna get in Shaye's pants?
Same thing. You gotta get in both people's pants. I feel like everyone's pants are off.
But,
so.
like, okay.
Okay, Casey, this is how I'm gonna get in Shaye's pants.
Thank you.
But no, like, that wasn't why he was doing it. He was doing it just because he was
Like, he's genuinely a good person.
yeah, like, he would do that for anyone at the table, whether that's his guy friend or, like, whoever. Yeah,
his
or
mom.
me. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I'm a big fan of that, but I think, like, I'm also a big fan of physical touch.
Hot.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know what I would say, like, my love language giving to someone else would be. It's definitely not gifts. I don't like giving or receiving gifts.
I don't think I've ever bought you a present besides, like, candy.
That's fair. I feel like that's what most people say. I don't know. Maybe like words of affirmation, because like I feel like I'm very blunt in everything I say.
See, I don't. I can't do that.
But like me telling that to other people.
No, I can't. I hate when people do that to me.
When you compliment somebody else?
No, when someone compliments me.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Is like I will compliment other people. Like if I think, you know, you look really good, I will just tell you.
They'll be like, yeah.
But if I think you look like shit, I'll also tell you. So like maybe it's like a little bit of that.
I had a table on Wednesday night and they're like, oh, like it was this guy, he was 22, and then like
get his name, get his number.
No,
get his
so
snap?
No, we talked. They're in. Apparently, there's like a horse show.
Yes.
At Thunderbird right now.
Yes.
So their company is like in Florida.
Right.
And so they get paid $1,000 a week US. Mm-hmm. But like they're up here right now for the Langley show. Yeah. But so it's him and like 2 other Mexican guys in their 40s. And so like they're all like, well, the 2 Mexican guys were like, oh, like you're so pretty. Like not touching me, but they're like, you're so pretty.
Yeah, that was
oh
the
my
vibe
God,
like
you model. And I was like, no, not me, guys. And then they're just like, you know who you remind me of? And I was like, God, I don't want to hear this. And like, all my managers are standing right by this table.
This makes me so uncomfortable.
I forget who. Oh, a young Cindy Crawford.
I could not like put a face to her name, but I know the name.
I'll show you her.
Okay.
But like, I was just like, dude, no, like that's not me. And
young Cindy Crawford.
Yeah.
You know who people used to tell me I looked like when I was serving all the time? Obviously, when I was like a little bit more done up than this, but everyone said I looked like Katherine Heigl. Oh, I actually so see that for you.
I don't look like her though.
I see it. Yeah, you kind of do.
Like if I'm dolled up, like it makes a difference.
That is for sure the vibe that you give off.
But like I was just like, I don't know how I want to, and like that was literally all night long. But then I got them hammered, and so every time I go up, they're like, what's your name again, sweetie? Aww. And I was just like, it's Casey. And they're like, oh yeah, Casey.
Cindy.
They've come back.
Cindy. Oh yeah,
and they're
Cindy.
like, Casey? And I was like, nah. I would like, well, they were so drunk I was fucking with them. They're like, oh shit, we forgot your name. I was like, oh my God, you're hilarious.
That's so funny.
And then they tipped me. Their bill like was all separate. So one guy, his bill was $90. He gave me 100 American US dollars as a tip.
Hell yeah. I love when people gave me American money. They'd always like give me American money and then they'd be like, oh, sorry, like do you take American? I'm like, hell yeah, give me the American money. You're gonna tip me way more than you think you're tipping me.
Right? I don't know how to do the fucking, I literally had to like Google it and be
Doesn't
like,
matter.
what's the,
you just take it into well, you just put it in under
like
as it's Canadian.
Yeah.
Like you put it in as if it's a Canadian and then you just keep the cash for yourself.
No, I always just close it out and be like, they gave me exact change.
Oh,
I don't even put my tip in. But anyways, sex.
That was a jump.
I don't know. I feel like that's what we were talking about a lot before, like sex, relationships, all that. And I feel like we just kind of got steered away.
I mean, if you got questions, you can go right ahead. When were we talking about? Oh, yeah, we did talk about sex in Texas. Oh, Casey.
Okay, I don't even know, though. Like, I don't really have any questions.
I don't really have any either. We could just move on to another topic and we'll just cut this part out.
What do you want to talk about?
So, sex.
I think we should keep that.
Alrighty.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know what. Oh my God, I have to tell you the story about my roommate.
Oh my God, yes, your roommate. The whole reason we're here in the car.
Yeah, we call her my roommate, but she's not actually my roommate. So at my landlord's place, they have 2 separate basement suites. I'm in one, and this other lady's in another. But the walls are so thin, I can hear everything that's happening in there, and I'm sure it's vice versa.
What are we calling her?
She can hear roommate.
No.
She's my roommate. That's what we're calling her. So she can hear everything on my side, I'm sure. And, like, I try to be quiet. Like, I'm not
Even when you're fucking?
My bedroom's on, like, way on the other side. So I don't even think she can hear it. But anyways.
I hope she can hear it.
So yesterday, I was leaving for the gym, and I was like, and, like, I try and avoid her at all costs. Like, I don't want interaction. I don't want to talk. I don't want to, how's your day? Is landlord's treating you nicely? Oh, and they're treating me nicely, too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have small talk like that. But I was leaving, and she had walked in maybe 2 minutes earlier, but she, like, likes to leave her door open, especially on nice days. So as I was walking out, she, like, pops her head out, and I was locking the door. She's like, hey. I was like,
Fuck.
hi. She's like, how are you? I was like, oh, I'm good. How are you? And she goes, oh, well, I was like, oh, do I know? Do I want to know? And I was like, what do you mean by that? What's going on? And she goes into this huge, long, like, story about how she's missing her, like, son's grad, and he lives up in Kelowna, and she's been back and forth all week for it, but she's not going to watch him cross the stage because he hates her, and he hasn't talked to her in 2 years, and, like, this is all she's ever wanted. And
at least it's graduating.
Yeah, at least he's graduating. But then she was talking about how, like, she's had to see her ex all week, like her ex-husband, and she doesn't want to. Oh,
that's depressing.
Yeah, and, like, he keeps trying to sleep with her, even though he is married to her ex-best friend. Like, he cheated on her with her ex-best friend. Like, it's crazy.
Scandal.
But this is not, like, the first conversation I've heard about, like, why her ex has left her.
Oh.
Because, again, I can hear through the walls. So the last story she told me was that he left her for, like, I mean, maybe the same person. He left her, my roommate, for some crazy girl who's, like, a cokehead and, like, just using him for drugs.
Nice.
So maybe it's the same girl. But this one, like, this story is saying that it's her ex-best friend, and if they're in the same room together, like, they will both go to jail. And I was like, that sounds like it sucks.
Fun.
Sounds like you're having a bad day. And she goes, and then. I was like, oh, dear God. Then she starts talking to me about how she's clipped the mirror off of her work truck. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But let's keep in mind, she clipped her mirror off of her old work truck. So when we first moved in, me and her moved in about, like, the exact same time. She was working for this one company, and then she got fired from them because she was, like, sleeping on the job and, like, high or something. I don't know. So she got fired
Not
from them.
a great employee.
Yeah, she's a flagger. So, like, lots of safety involved. So she got fired from that company. She started working for another company, and the first month that she was working for them, she clipped the mirror off of it. She was honest. She told them about it, and so she says this is as far as we know, and she told them about it, and then they drug tested her. So she's like,
I would love to do an interview with this lady.
No, she's crazy. It's nuts. I'll give you all of the stories. So anyways, she's like, oh, well, do I do this drug test? And she was talking to me about it. She's like, do I do the drug test? Do I, like, not do the drug test?
Either do the drug test or you're
like,
fired.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they said. They said, you either quit now or you do the drug test and we'll fire you. Because she knew she was going to fail because she smokes weed every day. So she ended up quitting that job. It cost her, like, $500 to fix the mirror. But she missed work, like, the day after. They told her, like, you have to do a drug test. So the cops came to the house, and there was a bunch of squad cars outside, and my landlords were outside. Apparently they were banging on my back door because our doors are right next to us. I don't know why they were banging on mine.
Maybe
but,
they
like,
didn't know, or
yeah, they
like
didn't
your
know which
landlords
ones
weren't there.
Yeah, so they were banging on the door. The landlords ended up being there. Again, this is all secondhand information because she told me part of it, and my boyfriend showed up partway through what was happening. And I wasn't there, so I was like, maybe you shouldn't go up there. And
yeah,
like,
don't
maybe,
go.
Maybe just don't do that.
Let's back away.
Yeah, so then she only worked at that job for a month, and then right away later she got another job, which is the place that she's working at now, which is now, again, only for about a month that she's been there. She clipped the mirror off of this one.
So she's not a good driver.
No, and she, like, claims she doesn't remember what happened. There's, like, some scuff marks on the mirror. She doesn't know how they got there. She's like, I would have noticed. I would have seen something. I'm like, did you doze off and, like, hit something or, like, what? And it looks like the mirror has just, like, popped out. Like, the glass has just popped out.
Oh.
But the glass is shattered.
Oh.
Because there's, like, still glass, like, fragments on her door. Like, I went and looked at her door because she dragged me out, like,
oh my
to,
God.
like, look at her truck. But before she did that, randomly, like, halfway through the conversation about how she clipped her mirror and she doesn't know how it happened, she goes, oh my God, do you want to see what I got for my brother for his wedding? And I was like,
sure.
I mean, okay. So she's like, come inside. So she brings me inside of her house, and then she goes, come on. As she's, like, walking into her bedroom, I'm like, I'm going to get raped. Like, I'm literally going to get molested right now.
Or
like,
murdered.
This is not, oh, just wait. Yep, maybe murdered. That should have been my first thought, because you want to know what she pulls out?
God.
A fucking rifle! Not just a gun, like a
What
full
kind of
on
wedding
like,
present is that?
I don't know. It's huge, Casey. Like, it is probably the length of my arm. Like, it is so big. And I was just like looking in disbelief. And like my landlords, one of them is a parole officer. Like, so she's like, don't tell the landlords, like, don't tell them anything, like, he's coming down, I have to hide it. And I was like, she says it was like her dad's from ages ago. It's like 20 years old.
Does it look old?
It looks a little bit old, but I bet you that thing would still fucking fire if you tried.
Well, I'm not saying
Like
it
a
wouldn't fire.
full-on rifle. And she's like, I'm gonna like put it on a piece of wood and mount it. And like maybe she will. Like, that's a common thing that happens. I know that.
I don't think she'd be good with a screwdriver.
Probably not. But I was like, what the fuck? Why are you showing me this fucking rifle right now? I was like, I'm gonna die. I was like, what the heck? And I was just like, and she just kept saying like, oh, don't tell our landlords, don't tell our landlords. And I was like, no one's gonna know that I'm dead. No one's gonna know that she just shot me with a rifle.
I'm obviously gonna realize.
Oh my god, yeah, you're gonna think.
I
honestly,
also have your
there's,
location.
Like, oh, good. I have cameras too, so like, I put cameras in once I knew how crazy she was, because she always wanted to come inside my place, and I was like, sanctuary, get away.
This is my happy place.
Yeah, so then she like dragged me outside after she showed me the gun, and I'm like, oh, lady, I just want to go to the gym. Like, that's all I want.
Like, I'm just trying to get a fat ass over here.
This is 20 minutes into my workout. I could have been working out already. So she like dragged me to her truck, and like it looks like the mirror just like popped out, but like something, like one of the clips is broken. So it broke off the clip and the mirror came off, but it smashed, and it would have had to smash before it hit the ground, because it like right on like the door, window sill, frame, whatever, pardon me, there was still like pieces of glass. So I like showed her, I'm like, well, it broke. Are you sure you didn't hit anything? But it had to have been hit like driving straight, like if she hit like a sign or a post or something, because the mirror flipped closed.
Oh.
So I don't know
Weird.
what the heck happened. She can't give me a straight story. She can't give me any answers. Not that I'm particularly looking, but just making conversation, being a good person.
I know a guy that would be really good for her.
Oh, dear God. I don't want her having sex right beside my living room, because, like I said, I can hear everything. And I have.
Oh,
I've had, like, people coming in to get their lashes done, and I'm like, you are making too much noise during sex. I promise you, his dick game is not that good.
Ooh, okay, question.
Oh, God.
When you're having sex,
Okay.
are you a loud person or a quiet person?
I feel like it's awkward if you're silent. Like, I'm at that
Yeah,
point
well, obviously
in, like,
you're not mute, but you're not like, oh, yeah, like screaming. You're just kind of like...
screamer. I'm like, I will make noise so it makes it less awkward. But, like, other than that, like,
noise.
no. I will make quiet noise. Why? What are you? A screamer. Just a screamer. Just a full
I'm
on.
actually not.
I bet she would be.
I'm not, though. If the sex is good enough, if I'm drunk enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Things get rough and messy, shit balls.
And rowdy. What did you say the other day? Swing me, fling me, and flip me around or something like that.
Flip me, dip me,
Spin me around. I think so, yeah.
You know,
flip
like-
me, dip me, and spin
Like if
me
you're
around.
drunk, just woo!
Fling me and swing me and flip me and dip me and just spin me right on around.
Sounds like a fucking good time to me.
I'm glad you enjoy. And that's when she screams. That's so funny.
Oh my...
That's too funny. No, I'm not really a screamer. Have you ever had like a guy who's like a screamer or like really noisy?
Oh god, I have to go through the list.
You have a list?
Yeah.
I don't have a list.
Well, it's also,
Honestly, 90% of the guys I've slept with, I entirely regret or like wish I didn't.
'Kay.
Which is regret, but...
number 1, regret. That was just
Was he
terrible
a screamer?
sex.
Boyfriend number 1? Was he a screamer?
I feel like
he'd
I
be a
should know this.
grunter. He would be a grunter.
Definitely a grunter. Most-
Gross.
Yeah, no, not a fan.
I don't like that. Like when the guys are like,
yeah.
they're clearly enjoying it, but they're putting effort into it.
But he was a lot more experienced than me. I was still young.
I was like, the only comparison I could think of is like, the grunts that like tennis players make when they're hitting the ball so hard?
Yes,
like, they
actually
have to,
just like that.
Let the grunt out. Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Okay, number 2 on the list, just not good sex at all. Literally, like...
I knew that. He was ugly.
Number 3, Miami boy.
I don't even know who this is. We haven't talked about him. Was he a screamer?
No, I was drunk and...
Were you sober for any of these? Besides the boyfriends?
Easter Bunny.
You were sober for Easter Bunny?
I was. Mountain Boy.
Oh, because you were drinking that night, weren't you? Or you were driving? For Easter Bunny?
No. So I was drunk the night I met him, but then I went over to his house and he made me dinner.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Right?
Okay, wait, I can't see.
You pick one and I'll tell you.
Van Boy. I don't like Van Boy because that literally sounds like you fucked him in a van.
I know, we need to change it.
Yeah, we need to change it. Hotel. We changed it to hotel.
Okay, Hotel
because
Boy.
He took you to a hotel for your first date. Like, that's crazy.
I actually can't believe I went on that.
That's
This is what I mean when I'm gonna say yes to anything.
Like, if you didn't put out, you were gonna put out whether you liked it or not. Like, that's what I feel like was gonna happen with that guy. But like, at least he was nice and you were like willing to put out anyway.
Hotel Boy like wasn't a screamer, wasn't a grunter, but he definitely made a lot of noise, maybe more than necessary.
What the fuck does that mean?
Just like the whole time, like something was being said or like
moaning. I hate when guys
it's just talk. Like, dude, you don't need to like do that. Like, it's fine.
Have I told you about the time that like the one and only time someone tried to like dirty talk with me?
Oh my god, no.
It was so bad, dude. It was...
Do you like dirty talk?
No, not from a guy.
Oh.
Not at all. Like, if that guy's talking... Honestly, like, if the guy's talking, I'm like, ew, I'm turned off.
You're just... If you speak, just a major turn off in general. I'm just
trying to, like, get myself off right now. So, like, the less noise you make, the quicker it'll be done.
I also think I could dirty talk better than any boy.
Yeah, 1,000%. The guy that I was, like, doing this dirty talk, he's like... Oh, it was so bad. I can't even repeat it. But...
no, but you have to.
It was so bad. He's like, do you like this dick? Like...
I hate when guys say that.
It's all yours. And then he's like, but this ass
and
is
they've slept
all
with like
mine.
300
like,
people.
No, he hasn't.
Well,
but
I'm just saying.
And it was said in such a weird way. I was like, dude, you're going to go soft because you're trying to think so hard about like what you're saying right now. It was so bad. I was like, you need to never do that again.
That is also
I literally told him that after we had sex. I was like, maybe don't ever do that again.
Just never open your mouth ever, even when sober.
Yeah, that would be nice. Anyways, this ex-friend's boy... Is this the one like the brother that you fucked?
Yeah. No. Okay,
one
so that's my friend, but like I met him through this girl I'm no longer friends with.
Right.
We'll get a new name for him.
And then
that's his brother.
Berta Boy. Okay.
Berta Boy.
Okay, got it. So was this guy? Was he? I feel like, do you still hang out with this guy?
Yeah, we're actually still very good friends.
I thought so.
Just no one knows we slept together.
I do know.
Yeah, but you don't know him.
I always had a suspicion, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, people ask all the time, and it's always no. Dude, it's. Do you
no,
want to know?
I'm
so good at lying that like, I literally
I feel like people are only good liars in this day and age because other people are not good at like understanding other people.
Well, so I was with my friend and like. We have, like, this little joke going around at work.
Yeah.
But, like, we're the only ones that know about it. And so, like, actually, Chris was, like, asking us questions. And, like, we were both drinking. But my friend was drunk. And so, like, he was just standing there smiling. Couldn't think of it. I was like, yeah, actually just had an answer right away. Kept a straight face the whole time.
Yeah.
Totally believed me. And I'm like, I'm good at this.
Honestly, my parents would believe a lie that I told them over the truth 100% of the time.
Oh, literally me.
Why, though?
Because our parents are stupid.
But why wouldn't they believe the truth? Like, I'm telling you the truth and they wouldn't believe me.
I mean, I was the rebellious, like, I literally went up to my parents. I'm like, I know I'm the problematic, like, disappointment child. And they're like, just didn't say anything. They're just like...
Yeah, honestly, me too. Anyways, your ex-friend's boy, was he a screamer?
No, he's kind of quiet.
Did you sleep with him multiple times?
Just once.
Really?
Yeah, we were drunk.
I mean, of course.
This is not looking good for me.
Mountain boy. Not good?
It lasted like 2 minutes, and that's being generous.
I'm telling you, Casey, there's nobody who has had a shorter amount of sex than me. There was one guy that I slept with, and genuinely, it was 2 thrusts in, and he was done. Like,
a
finished.
2-pump chump!
Literally, like, the epitome of 2-pump chump.
We love a good 2-pump chump.
You know what's interesting? Is, like, I slept with him a few years later.
2-pump chump or 3-pump chump?
No, like, one of the best sex, like, experiences I've had.
2-pump chump guys can This is a message for you.
Once he got over his anxiety and his fears and, you know, his...
And life.
Yeah, once he got over the fact that he was, in fact, actually sleeping with me and he wasn't so nervous about it, he was fantastic. Good time. Anyways.
Good for you.
Berta Boy, that's the brother of...
Well, Cheye, we were literally 10 feet away.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
we had to be quiet.
Okay. Ugh. You didn't sleep with her, but...
No, never slept with a girl. Been offered, though.
Dude, same.
Boosted my confidence so
fun
much.
Fact, actually, at grad camp, your boyfriend number 1 and another girl that he was dating at the time, they asked me for a threesome. Yeah. I was like, no thanks.
Speaking of which, I ran into that girl at the casino.
Really?
Yeah.
Then they grabbed my arm and was leading me to the tent. I was like, oh! I said no, thank you. And I was I slept with one person. I'm honestly
surprised you did not punch him.
He it wasn't him that asked me. It was her that initially came up and she whispered into my ear, and then he was
why
standing
you,
at
of all
the
people?
tent, and he was like, I don't know, I could not tell you.
Who else do you want to know about?
Texas. Oh my God, is he a screamer?
No, he's not.
Really?
He was. When I say it was some of the best sex I ever had.
Ugh. Hurts my
vocals
heart
included.
Okay, breakfast.
Grunter.
Ugh. Gross.
But not a heavy grunter, a light grunter.
You can tell he's enjoying it, but he's not putting all of his effort
into it.
Yeah, it's
not a full tennis.
A full tennis, full tilt swing of the racket.
A little swing of the wrist.
Hockey boy.
He wasn't a screamer, but again, talked loudly and a lot.
This isn't your full list though, is it?
I think it is. Am I forgetting anyone? It's not in order.
You're definitely forgetting somebody. That guy.
I like to forget about him.
I know,
often.
you lied to me for the longest time. I was a little upset, but honestly, you are allowed to have all of the secrets that you want. But yeah, you definitely told me you didn't, and then 2 years later, you finally told me that you did. I was like, I knew it! But was he a grunter? Or a screamer?
He'd either be very quiet or very loud.
Oh God. Was it good or bad?
It was medium.
Did you ever sleep with... Look it on my phone.
This is just a deep dive into my sex life. Let's go. I can answer all your questions.
This one?
No, actually.
Really?
He definitely wanted to.
He was hot. Oh yeah, same. He was hot in high school, but then once I
think
once I was taller than him, I was like, never mind, not my type.
Well, no, I think the thing is there's some in high school, I don't know, you see the same people every day, right? So it's just yeah, okay, you might not be attractive at first, but it's okay, you actually are kind of attractive.
I also think that some people were really attractive in different points of their life. I remember being in grade 5, 6, 7, and there was one guy that I was like, you're really attractive, you're really cute.
You're hot.
And he was back then
do you want to hold my hand? Do you want to kiss at lunch?
Actually, I broke up with a guy in 7th grade because I didn't want to kiss him and he said he wanted to kiss me, and I was like, maybe not.
So technically I've had 2 boyfriends before boyfriend number 1, but they were grade 8 and I don't count them.
They don't count. Oh, I know one of them actually.
Yeah.
He definitely does not count.
Yeah, I know. I broke up with him over text and he found out 2 weeks later because I forgot his phone was broken.
Oh my God, that's so bad. Casey.
And someone went up to him and was like, how are you doing with the breakup? And he was just like, oh. And I was like, ha.
That's so bad. Oh my God. That's crazy.
I think it's funny.
That's your toxic trait. Just pick them up and drop them. I told you that. But anyways, yeah, I think that people are attractive in certain phases in their life, and I think that's also why people say some people peak in different phases, because that same guy that I found really attractive in grade 5, 6, and 7 no longer attractive and got progressively unattractive.
So am I attractive grade?
I think girls are different. Girls are very different.
What kind of era are you in? Are you in your healing era? Your boss bitch era? Your villain era?
I don't know what is encompasses those eras, but if you give me a little rundown, I might be able to tell you. I just hope I haven't peaked yet. That's where I'm at.
No. You are forever beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
I only mean it looks, but it's okay.
So like, villain era, you're just like in the fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want when I want, no one is safe type of thing.
Nope, not
Boss
there.
bitch, like, I'm just out here trying to make money, like, do what I want, live my best life. Yeah.
Try and, like, build for your future. I have been in my boss bitch area since I was about 10, and I am still in it.
Whereas, like, your healing era is like, okay, I'm gonna focus on me, like, do what I want to do, and, like, just try and become a better me.
I think that one's always an underlying one because that one goes in turn, I think. Like, I'm not focusing all of my energy into it because I'm definitely focusing on, like, my work and my business and, you know, my schooling and my rugby and all of those aspects of my life. But I think that always underlying everything is, like, the healing phase. Like, how can I be a better person? Like, what can I do better? Like, that. But I definitely think that, like, boss bitch always comes through first, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel you.
What are you in?
My I don't give a fuck
Villain
era.
phase. Yeah. Especially with
I feel like
I've
I've been in that phase though for like a while. Like
that's
it definitely
because you're emotionally unavailable.
Yep.
Yep.
Man, my life is starting to make so much sense now.
Yeah. You just needed me to explain it to you. A non-certified therapist.
I think you should become certified. Oh my god, so you know
no,
the guy
I don't
like
want to
I
deal with
dated
it.
that
You dated that doesn't count. Is he really?
Yeah, he switched. So anyways, like for like mental health and shit, but I'm just like, oh my god, does that mean
Is
I
he
get
engaged
free?
yet?
Oh my god, I hope not. No.
Don't think so.
I think I'm still way too young to be engaged. Like other people my age, like yes, go for it. But like me myself, a girl,
Yeah, live your best life.
not even
that ain't my
fucking
best
close. No one come at me with a ring or like
No.
you're getting thrown in the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just no.
Entirely.
Marriage, not for me. Not yet. Or ever. We'll see. If they're rich, I might change my mind.
Yeah. Well, if you marry one of those Vancouver players, then
Vancouver Canucks?
who knows? Yeah. Just the one.
I mean, I'll marry any of them, but like...
They can't see it. There you go.
Well, I was mainly showing you.
Oh.
But like, I'll take anything I can get.
I don't know about that, Casey.
Yeah. I won't get any of them.
Maybe you should be in a healing stage so that you can be emotionally available for these guys.
That just like doesn't sound fun to me. Like I want to if I want to go get drunk at like a random Tuesday at 9 a.m., I'm most definitely gonna do it.
Go through a healing phase in winter when you don't have to wear a bikini so you can like eat your feelings.
Maybe I'll just move down to Texas
sad.
and I can wear a bikini all year round.
No, because then you're gonna sleep with Texas.
I'm already gonna sleep with Texas.
Why?
It'll be good for the plot, and I'll come back because I'm gonna be gone for a week, so we're not gonna be able to do this for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna have some fucking stories.
That's fair. Here's my question, though. What aspect of sleeping with him is going to be good for the plot? Because here's the thing. Yes, initially, good for the plot. The first time, good for the plot.
Think about it. The first time we had
writers
sex,
cut shit out of their plot all the fucking time.
Can I?
Just because it's not going to work with the story.
May I speak?
Yes.
So, the first time and only time we ever fucked, great sex. That was 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's going to be a whole nother level now.
Oh, God. Okay.
And also, I'm staying at my cousin's place. So, either I have to go back to Texas's house and I can, like, unpack his life without him knowing, but, like, secretly judging him.
Okay.
And, like, that I can tell you all about
just
it.
Give me
And
more
we can
ammo.
make fun. Yeah.
Right. Just so I can have more ammo.
We just sleep in a room at my cousin's place.
Okay, I'll say this, and let me know if you're okay with this. I am going to judge it eternally until
I die?
No.
Oh.
Well, probably. But
until I sleep with someone better?
No. I'm going to judge it until you sleep with him, and if it does prove to be good for the plot, I will take back everything I said. But if it does not prove to be absolutely crucial for the plot, then I will judge it.
For the plot. Everything I do is crucial for the plot.
I disagree. You can't have everything. You can't have everything.
I'm not saying I can have everything, but like everything that happens to me, just at some point, I just
good for the plot.
I just turn around and I'm like fucking hilarious.
That's totally fair, honestly. So that is my proposition. I will. You like that?
I do.
Left hand handshake. Oh, we're frozen again.
Why are we frozen? Maybe pause it.
We might have just, like, hit the max or something.
Well, we're at an hour.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
So that's my proposition. I will judge it, and I will disagree with it that it is good for the plot until you prove that it is worth the plot.
I mean, my whole life is just a fucking joke, so everything's good for the plot.
Okay, when you prove it, I'm in.
Do you want me to, like, record it or something so I can prove it?
No. If you come back with a story and you say, like, this is the best sex I've ever had, great decision. This is what fucking happened, Cheye.
Are you sure you don't want me to make a sex tape?
Only if you're going to post it on OnlyFans.
Dude, I don't... Actually, I think I could make money off OnlyFans.
Oh my god, do you know how much money you would make off OnlyFans?
Should we start it? Will you take the photos for me?
Absolutely, I'll take the photos for you.
50-50?
1,000%.
Done.
Fuck, like, I would take, like...
I don't want people to, like, know it's me, so we're keeping my head out of it.
Oh, we can keep your head out of it. We can change your name. Like, bitch, I will run your OnlyFans, and you will be the top
Oh my god,
earner.
do you want to be my manager?
1,000%.
Okay.
Like, dead ass.
Okay, so me and Cheye have to go because we're gonna go start our OnlyFans.
We're gonna go start our OnlyFans.
So should we start in the car? Do I unzip?
Just
this is
make
why I'm
it
single.
No, this is not why you're single at all. It's because you're emotionally unavailable.
Why whisper? We've only said it
I've already said it
times.
I felt a little bad that time. I felt like maybe we don't have to, like, bash on her that hard. You know?
But it's true. It's funny.
Okay, it's good for the plot.
It's good for the plot.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm not lying. Like, I'm completely dead ass right now.
Yeah, we'll start an OnlyFans. You do realize you have to see me naked.
I do spray tanning. I see everybody naked.
You've already seen me naked at some point, I'm sure.
I have seen everybody naked, so...
Cool. I'm in.
I'm in. Entirely. We'll get a little schedule going. I don't know if you're serious about this or not, but, like, I'm so serious.
No, I am too. So, like, what we'll do is either we can record our podcast first and then take photos, or we take photos and then we can talk about the photos on the podcast.
Ooh, yeah, I'm in. That's such a good little segment.
Thank you.
Anyways, I feel like that's an hour.
Man.
We'll probably cut a few things out, even if it's like 45 minutes. That's a long-ass podcast. But anything else you want to say before we cap it and go take some photos for your OnlyFans?
Flip me, dip me, spin me, baby.
What do you call it? Say it again.
Flip me, dip me, spin me, baby.
Flip me, dip me, and spin me. Oh my god. What did I say? Whip me, flip me, and spin me around?
No, you didn't.
I definitely said something that was wrong, but it was similar. They're honestly both great. But I mean, you said
that
you want to be
if someone
whipped.
wants to pull out a whip, fucking go for it.
But we'll bring it up on the OnlyFans.
Oh my god, should we go to a sex shop and buy toy or like little like whips and handcuffs and like
Oh,
take
we totally
photos
could if you want.
Oh god, yeah.
Anyways, that's
can't
what
right
Casey and I
now.
are gonna do for not right now.
No, I have to go do something.
What are you gonna do right now?
My friend just asked me to come bring them a Red Bull.
We can drop him off a Red Bull and then.
We have to go to Earl Langley.
Oh, is Chris working? I would love to meet him.
I think he is working, but like it's not for him.
Okay, well I'm down. Let's go for a drive.
Okay.
Wait, what time is it? I might not be able to.
4:30.
Anyways, I think that's it for today.
Adios, bitches.
Adios, bitches. Until next time.